Today on Transformation with Pastor Anny Ikebudu.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 15. What does it say? The labor of the foolish wearieth every one of them. Why? Because he doesn't know how to get to his vision. He doesn't know how to get to his goal. He doesn't have the right strategies to get to his goal. Likewise, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how beautiful your vision is. I don't care how noble it is. I don't care how accurate it is. If you lack the relevant strategy that will take you to that destination, you end up being frustrated. But not just you. You frustrate every other person on your team. Even your children, even your family will be frustrated. But say, God forbid. Father, I will thank you for this moment to have with you, even though it is very short. My Father, we ask that you release unto us today the spirit of wisdom that will enable your people to understand the spirit behind strategy, to understand the wisdom in strategy, so they can start to apply it, so they can start to become more strategic in their endeavors, in their enterprise, on their jobs, in their ministry, even in their families and your relationships. Receive all the glory, my Father. In Jesus' precious and matchless name we pray. And the church shouted, Amen. Please be seated. Amen. I believe that last Sunday we spoke about knowing the business that you are in, right? Come on, right? I can't hear you, right? I hope that you went home and you actually asked yourself those questions. And you got answers to it. Remember where we ended, we said, the business you are into is actually defined by what you actually do for your customers. The vehicle that enables you to do what you do for your customers may not be the business that you are into. For instance, you may be selling food, and food is the vehicle that enables you to do what you do for your customers. But guess what? You may not be in the business of food. You may be in the business of wellness or inspiration. You may also be in the business of poverty eradication, because you want to use food to make sure that people are nourished at the best or cheapest possible prices. This morning I want to go a step further and talk about the next major question in strategy. The first one is the why. The next one is the where. The where. Where is your playing field? In business parlance, it is called segmentation. Market segmentation. Where is your playing field? Your mission statement or your winning aspiration defines the purpose while you're in business. It defines the scope of your activities. But where and how you want to win in that industry talks about strategies. Is it okay? I can't hear you. So this is about what you must do to win in a particular field. But before we talk about what you must do to win, you must ask yourself, where do I want to win? Where do I want to win? So where is your playing field as a business person? Because it's important. Your playing field will determine your products. As easy as that. Where you want to win, your playing field, your segmented market will actually define your products. Because most people fail in life and in business because they are unable to define their market segmentation. And therefore they produce products that are not compatible for that market where they are. For instance, there are two major markets, but I'll add the third one. When it comes to business, there's the mass market, the bucaterias, right? Come on, talk to me, right? In food industry, the bookers are what? The mass market, where food is what? Cheapest, right? Then there's another market, which is the prestige. Prestige. I don't know in this city of Aba whether we have prestige restaurants. Then, where? Crunches cannot be a prestige restaurant. But in Aba, it can suffice to be prestige. But I think the only semblance we have of prestige restaurants is if you go to some of these hotels. Maybe Ibiza Hotel, or maybe Golf, or maybe Address, right? Or some of the expensive lounges in the city. Why? Because when you go there, most times their food is a la carte. A la carte means that it's when you order that they prepare the food for you. Is it okay? So you have the mass market, the bukaterias, you have the prestige market, but there's a new market, which is powerful. It's the mastige market. Mastige, where you take a bit of the mass and a bit of the prestige, so you can serve the middle class. So, for instance, if I want to go into the prestige market for food business, prestige, and I go to Ohanku and cite that business, and my food is good, will it work? Why won't it work? Talk to me. Why won't it work? Because the location is not right for the kind of business I want to do, right? Because the people I want to serve are not located there. So are you saying why it's important that you determine the market you play in? Because that determines, number one, how you package your product. Number two, even the product itself. It determines your location. It determines your branding. It determines your marketing channels. It determines who you hire and who you don't hire. It determines the culture of the organization. Because in a gourmet restaurant, the waiters are trained to serve in a particular way. But in a bukateria, the customers serve themselves. How many of you have gone to some place to eat in Aba and you have to go and wash the plate that they used to serve you? And the woman is making noise. She's not even laughing at you or laughing with you. You're even begging her, madam, put. You're begging her to give you food and you will pay. So the culture there is different from the culture of what? The prestige market. When you identify the market you want to play in, and you identify who they are, identify their level of education, identify their level of financial capabilities, identify their location, then you can now package something that will suit them. Am I making sense? For instance, let's use this church for example. No pun intended against people who live in Ohanku. All right, but assuming we took this church and planted it smack dab at the center of Ohanku, do you think we'll be doing as well as we're doing here? We can do well, but for us to do well there, we have to change everything about what we do. Change your music, change your message delivery, change your packaging. Am I making sense? Because some people, I remember those days when we came to the city newly, and we were doing a program every month that we called New Wine for matured singles and married people, a fellowship in the evenings, Sunday evenings. People will come, and when they're leaving, they say, Choy, now they are a church. They're not a church. There's some Americans that came into the city, I don't know what they are planning. Church will get AC. Am I making sense? So, if we take the way we are and take us to Ohanku, we will fail. When I came here, I couldn't take House on the Rock in totality and plant it here. Let me tell you something. Those days, people used to come late for services when we started. They used to come just before the word. And I said, no, this is not right. Music should be one of our strong points. And I did a questionnaire. I mean, you remember? We shared it in church. Among other things, rate us, music, timing, word. In music, we wrote, there were additional columns for kind of music you like in church. African music, American, foreign music, and native music. We noticed that people loved African and native music more. So what did we do? We repackaged our product to suit where we are. Because when we came we were all doing Kirk Franklin. We lift our hands in this. People will just be there watching us. Who are these people? And they will not come. So now altered it and did 60% foreign songs and 40% local songs or African songs. And people started coming. Then one day I was at the generator room at Sweet. People were coming to church and I overheard them. Some ladies were coming to church. I overheard them saying something. They said, well, one girl said, man, the kind of dance I would dance today, Jesus. Kind of dance I would dance today. They didn't see what I was seeing them and hearing them. Her friend said, you go dance past me. You know what night they wear? I wore these shoes on purpose. The kind of dance I go dance today. I said, okay, fine, good. So I know what you want. We increased our music and our sound system. Optimized it. Am I making sense? Because the market you want to play determines how you package. For instance, let me tell you. There was somebody, a friend of mine in this church, matured Christian. He had issues with our worship. He said they sing well, but the worship is too loud. That worship should be holy, holy, holy. You know that kind of worship that people are just doing like this. Nothing wrong with it. But the market we are targeting will not subscribe to it. They will sleep on you. I see why you have to identify your market first and package something that will suit that market. So in Abba, they started calling us the church rockers because we are rocking. Because we understood that our target audience at that time, our target market, our segmented market, they like rocking. So we gave them rock. Let the rock attract you. Let the word keep you on the rock. You see, don't see when people criticize what they don't understand. Don't allow them to sway you. You know where you're going to. Our market determines our music, our packaging, even the word we teach, even how we dress, how we speak, how we carry ourselves. Once you segment your market, you start to ask, what is their DNA? So it can be relevant. What is DNA? What are their desires, their needs, and their aspirations? So you can start to meet it. That's how you become relevant. What market have you been called to play in? Strategy is not to enable you to win in every market. No. Strategy is to enable you to win in a particular market, in a segment of a particular market. Am I making sense? Am I talking to myself? Are you sure? So, one of the questions you must ask yourself in identifying your market is, who is my ideal customer? Who is my ideal customer? This thing I'm producing now, who's my ideal customer? Who am I targeting? Because if you know them, you know where they are, you know how to target them, you know what to give to them. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? How many of you have ever been in a new relationship and you're asking each other, sweetheart, so what's your favorite color? What's your favorite meal? Has it ever happened to you guys before? Come on, talk to me, guys. Why do you think they ask that question? Right? Why? When someone asks you what's your favorite meal, is it for an exam? It's a strategic question so that anytime the person wants you to mellow, she will give you that food. Anytime she wants something from you, she will give you that food. Why? Because you need to know who your ideal customer is. Their age bracket, their location, their financial capacity. The way you advertise to young people is not the same way you advertise to old people. The way you advertise to illiterates are not the same way you advertise to learned people. When you are packaging something for the elites, for the prestige market, that's the way you package it, because they can ask you questions. When you package for the mass, is different. For instance, you can't go and tell someone who has money, who is doing well in business, who understands business, to give you money to buy into your investment, that in 1 year you will give him 45%. Will he listen to you? Because he knows it's not possible unless you're a criminal. But if you said that to a poor person, he will go and sell the land in the village, and because he lacks the capacity. Am I making sense? So when you are packaging a product, before you package it, you must ask yourself, who am I packaging this thing for? There are someone 6 years ago, let me not give him free credit or free advert. 6 years ago, when I encountered his business on personal level, he used to make a shirt for $100. A shirt for $100. Then, about here was 4,500 naira. Good shirt, never. But his shirts were $100 a shirt. So I said, now wow, which kind of America wonder be this? At that time, dollar was 300 something there, so $100 was just like 6,000. Then for us, one of the shirts people used to buy and brag that they are doing well in Nigeria was a TM Lewin and Hugh and Curtis. TM Lewin then was about 9,500. Hugh and Curtis was about 12,500. And this guy was charging 36,000, $100 for a shirt. So I was with my friend the day he came to measure my friend. Jesus, I now understood why. He selected his market. When he came with a briefcase and a laptop bag, and he set up a table, opened his laptop, opened his briefcase. So, sir, okay, he took measurements first of all, and I said, okay, what style do you want? The guy said, shirt. No, sir, we don't do shirts. We create shirts as you like it. So he opened his laptop, clicked on colors. We saw 25 different color designs. He said, choose your color. My friend chose his color. Next one, cuffs. We saw over 25 different designs of cuffs. He chose. Next one, shape. We saw about 18 different designs of shape. Next one, the tail. We saw different kind of designs, and you choose. By the time the guy was done, he brought materials. When it was white, he brought white. You see about 20 shades of white, different designs. That's how it was. Every color you bring out, you different ones, and everyone has a number. You choose. By the time he was done, a sheet of order came out. Your sheet came out. If you have the money, won't you pay it? If you have the money and they treat you like this. So he has determined his market. So you are telling him, oh, Abashet he doesn't want to listen to you. He knows his market. And once he's done, he tells you, we'll deliver in 8 weeks. Not 4 days, 8 weeks. And you pay $100. 6 years ago. My friend ordered 10 shirts. I said I should order. I said, me, order. The $1,000 for 10 shirts. I never reached. And he paid for me. And when the shirt came, the first day I wanted to iron the shirt, one of the shirts burnt. I wonder, $100 shirt just got burnt. But when the shirt came, you see there's a difference between Ebe and Ebe. So he comes to you that he's finding it difficult to eat and he's marketing his shirt to you. That's why you don't see his advert on Facebook. Because Facebook crowd is a different kind of crowd. They are noisemakers. Your market determines your product, determines your culture, determines your packaging, determines who you hire, determines your location, determines your advert, determines your marketing, determines your networking, determines your after-sales service. That's one thing you must do. You must sit down and ask, who is my ideal customer? Who can consume what I'm going to produce? What do they need? How do they like it? I noticed here in Aba. I'm from Anambra State. I grew up in Enugu. In Anambra, we like soup. So the restaurant we are used to, if you go to eat, even at home, they give you small eba and give you plenty soup. Because the groove is that after eating eba, you now spend more time enjoying the soup. That's for me, that's what eating is. But I came to Abia State here. I noticed that an Abia man can finish a big amount of swallow with little soup. Nothing wrong with that. Business-wise, so you're coming from that Anambra axis, you are coming here, and that is your market strategy. Small eba and big soup. Will it work? If you take it, we'll go and ask Jeff Nick. Small eba, big soup. Do they go there? That's why it's going down. You have to understand who your ideal customers are. What do they need? What a rich man is looking for in real estate is not what a poor man is looking for in real estate. Most poor people now just want to, okay, I get land. So they don't care where it is. But the rich man doesn't say, I want to get land. He wants an investment. He wants something that will yield. Understand? So location matters to him. Price matters to him. And most rich men, if you're telling them that you're selling land for 1 million naira, they won't buy from you. They buy from you. They just want to help you. Because for them, they're not interested. But when you bring land for 60 million, 80 million, 40 million, 27 million, they say, okay, where is it? So, but see, there's nothing wrong with selling to poor people. They're in the mass. Do you get? So my point here is this. You must determine who your market is. You must segment the market. Who is your ideal customer? Because it determines how you package your practice. For instance, my friend here, Henry, is opening up. Has he come up already? He's about to open up a diagnostic center. So it depends on who is his market, who is his ideal customer. That determines how he will package it. Do you get? There were other labs in Aba here before that lab at Hopkins came. But every other person is going to Hopkins because the people who want a semblance. You know, this is a make-believe. It doesn't mean that they are better than other ones. So. But there are some people that will not trust this other one, but they will trust this one. So they package the way their ideal customers will like them. And they are doing well. Huh? What? The office where? Yes, because if they take that same excellence to a place that doesn't bother about it, I'm sure that kind of area that they'll go to a chemist and say, "Na chemist, na Mirimobara." say. Your businesses can fail ab initio if you don't know who you are packaging for. God bless you.